Hey, besties. Let's throw some shade, honey. You ready to get into it? Selena, you was bad in that hot pink dress, girl. You was pow, pow, pow. Hair was cute. You was cute. Booty on big. Child, I know JJ saw that. I know he saw that, honey. I didn't see your shoes, but you said you was cute from head to toe. But baby, one thing though, in your confessionals, what is going on with your makeup? Who is doing your makeup, or are you doing it yourself? Because baby, you need to work on it. Did y'all see all that lighter? I don't know. Is it concealer or what's the stuff you put on after the foundation? Oh God, what is it called? Oh, whatever. It's like, girl, you need to blend, blend, blend. But the look was not cool. And no, she didn't put JJ's whole name out there for us to be like, oh, wait a minute, what is his name? Okay. And Latrice, baby, you need air at the Goddess Links 2.0, or you need to turn it on or learn how to turn it on, honey. Everybody was in there fanning like they was in a church. Man, whew, welcome, besties. You are now behind the shade, honey. And thanks for joining me. I recap your favorite reality shows weekly. Now let's get into some Kiki and some haha and get into the Belle Collective season 5, episode 8. Tonight was the last episode, and we will move into the reunion. It said part 1, so I'm going to look and investigate to see if there's 2 parts or 3, but probably just 2. That's Bravo over there that be doing them 3-part reunions. So the title is called Welcome to Taste, Try the Beef. Uh-huh. I like it. It makes sense. I want to keep it. What you guys think? Let me know down in the comment section. And how would you rate this week's episode? It was given. I was like, oh my gosh. They just go, man, I cannot stand when they just end the whole season on a good note. It's like, okay, what happened to Antoinette coming to Latrice's side? Where she came and left? What happened? Was it because Selena was there for her instead? I'm glad she didn't come back. But anyway, I'm gonna rate this episode. It was a solid 9. It was a solid 9. You drop down the comments, besties, and let me know what you thought about this week's episode. And please don't forget to like the video. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel, and make sure your notification bell is on. when I ding dong, I need you to answer. And that way you will know each and every time I post my content. Okay, so Cliff and Latrice are arguing over this sign that's supposed to go outside on the window. She out here spending $8,000 on this sign. He's like, you only needed to spend 3. They trying to get over on you because you a woman. And she's all, well, I don't know how to do measurements. I don't know the difference between 5 inches and 5 feet. I sent them to you and you approved it. She's saying this all in the confessionals. You know, she do not talk that kind of smack to Cliff. So he trying to, they under pressure. The grand opening is tomorrow, and it's the day before, and they don't have nothing completed. It's a lot of work that needs to be done. So Selena comes by because she wants to practice on her signature drink and run it past Latrice. Latrice don't have a sink. She don't have a dishwasher to clean the dishes. She don't have a sink to rinse and all that. She don't even have the liquor yet. So Selena's like, girl, okay, you need my help. You better get on it, girl. So Latrice asked her, hey, you talked to So Gucci? And it's like, Latrice, you have work to do. You don't have time to gossip. You ain't got time for all that, girl. You need to get a sign on that window. You need a dishwasher. You need a sink. You need to go find out where the liquor is. Do you have a light? You got stuff to do. And so Gucci and Selena are not friends and they're not going to be besties. What do you mean? Do they talk? So anyway, she was like, no. And so Latrice let her know that she did RSVP to come to the grand opening. Excuse me, I have water right here. I don't know why. You just get so. Anyway, so Selena tells her that, Star goes over to JJ's every Sunday. And she was like, oh, yeah, that's right. But the other two girls, they don't fool with him. And they both admit that, JJ is just stubborn. Marie and her kids go talk to her bishop at the church to discuss the shooting because, they're a little traumatized, and so they're not even staying at the house because they don't feel safe. They're uncomfortable. And she just living here and there and there. She just wants to, she just needs to talk and just get some guidance. Okay. So no one was there at the time of the bang bang, but her daughter's room caught most of the, the things that come out of a GUM. And so it's just, when it's just so like, oh my goodness, if she was here, it would have been, if she was at home, this would have, so it just shakes you up. So he suggests that she gets baptized again, just to kind of renew, get all that drama off of her and, go down a different path, and just get it together. You got to be the example for these 4 kids you have. So, child, Letitia, did you hear me call her Letitia? Letitia is at home. Is that really their house? I find that hard to believe because that kitchen is whack. The living room is whack. It ain't even decorated. And don't the walls remind you of the walls at her office? Like, what is going on? I really think that's her office that she can. I don't know. It just does not look lived in. It looks, what is that house? I don't get it. The outside of the house does not match the inside. So she's cooking pork chops, some corn, some peas. Thought I saw some rice in the pot. And so she flipping these pork chops over with a fork. And I'm like, oh, okay, girl. So Glendale and Josh, they come in. They was out there playing football, whatever. So Glenn keep looking in the skillet. And he like, oh, are those pork chops going to be crispy? And I'm sitting here like, Letitia, as big as you are, you don't know how to cook? Because you look like you know how to cook. I can't believe her. So Letitia is like getting all mad, like, don't be coming in here asking me about my cooking. If you want me to be a housewife again, I will. But I'm working 9 to 5 and I'm trying to get some food on the table. You better eat and be happy. How you Chucky and can't cook though, bruh? So production keeps channeling in on the pork chop part that is not doused into the grease. It's just sitting up there turning. It's half white with the flour. It's half red with the blood. And it is not getting any oil on it, okay? And they just kept showing that part. And I kept laughing. So she gives Glenn a folder that has all the information in it to tell him how to run and operate his trucking business. And he's like, what is this? Glenn's trucking business. And she's like, I coach people and I help people get to their greatness. And I'm going to help you and you going to do this and you got to get started and you quit your job and I need health care. What is going on? Glendale. He was like, hold on, girl, slow down. She was like, you need to hurry up. And so, he tells her, then he gonna put it on her. Well, I was thinking maybe you should get your brokerage license. And she all game for him. And she all about business, how to make a dollar, right? So she's like, oh, you want me to do that so I can book your loads? And he like, yeah, because you the woman. It's like, all right, Mr. Cliff Jr. And then he was like, you a people person. That's how he gonna try to switch it up. So she's telling him he needs to get going. and make this business happen, honey. And she says she will support him and she gonna push him to greatness, honey. So she brings up his birthday. She like, what you doing for your birthday? And he was like, the plan is I'm gonna be at Taste. And she's like, oh goodness. She said, I was just on the phone with Latrice and she's so stressed out about the grand opening. And then you having a party there. And he's like, why? It's not gonna affect nothing. It's not at the same time. What's the problem? And so she like, it ain't no problem. But you better get on that business plan, buddy. You better go get them trucks, get them registered, and get them on the road. So Marie is at the church, honey. Pastored and went and got his hair wasn't quite done like it was when they went to visit him. And I was like, okay, with this little hairdo. I wonder, does he go to the same hair salon as Marie? But this time it was sweated out a little bit. He had made it look more Afro-ish versus press and curl. So she's getting baptized. And who comes to see her? So Gucci and Letitia, they come to support. And her father was there, and her cousin, the cousin that wanted to borrow the money, she was there. Right. So, honey, Miss Marie got baptized, honey. In the Father, in the name of the Holy Spirit, and the Son. You are now baptized. Child, that one curl did not fail Marie, honey. It sat right there on her forehead like, Susie Curl. It just sat there like, Susie Curl. I said, okay, that's some good spritz that her stylist uses on her. So now, honey, Tambra is hosting Latrice's Goddess Lent's 2.0 grand opening, honey. She's going to do both grand openings. So we got to do Goddess Lent's first. So the mayor is there with his fine self. Hey, little light skin. And the commissioner is there. And all the who's of Jackson. Selena and Mike are there. Hi, Mike. So Latrice was presented by the mayor. She got the certificate of appreciation for economic growth and all this and all that. So kudos to you, Latrice. And it was so hot out there, child, because everybody is fanning. I don't know what month it is, but it is country hot, honey. So here come Letitia and Glenn late. Cliff came for like 2 seconds. He came just in time to do the ribbon cutting ceremony, and he had to split and go back across the street to Taste because it was at 95% completion. So he trying to get it done. He don't want to hear her mouth. They pushing for time. They ain't had no sleep. Team, no sleep, honey. But Latrice still looked good. So, honey, so Gucci and JJ, they pull up. He said he got to come shut it down like it's his party. So you showing off. You doing all of this besides just sitting down and talking to your daughters and apologizing and telling them you love them and moving forward and continuing with this family. You are the king of the family, but you rather go rent a 1949 year Chrysler like somebody cares. Why did you do that? He had the driver. The driver had on, I want to say it was some red Converse. Like, why don't he even have on some shoes? He pulling out the red carpet and the velvet rope. Did they have velvet rope, or am I making that up? They getting out, they matching. And I'm like, so Gucci, she just go with the flow. She just let JJ be who he is, honey. And so who needed to see it, saw it. She was inside talking about, they so extra. They was trying to make themselves feel good. I said, okay. Oh my goodness. So Gucci, she comes in and she speaks. You see that she spoke to Selena. Selena was like, you look cute, girl. And so in the confessional, Selena says that so Gucci spoke to her on a slick, like trying to be on the under from JJ. But see, JJ went in a whole different direction because he's a little nervous. He walking on eggshells, right? And did you notice his hair? I thought his hair was Belle in the middle, where that part, you know how he do the 2 ponytails and the 2 in the back? I think he did it last week. So this week he's doing one in the front and one in the back. And child, all in the middle is just missing. I wonder who does his hair. Because he don't do it himself. Do so Gucci do his hair? I wonder because they need to go get some hair fibers and spray that hole in the middle of his head. They need to spray it and fill it in and make it look like it's some hair there. Or he just need to go ahead and go bald. Like, JJ, I thought you was belling in the middle, and you are. JJ, it's time to let it go, bruh. So embarrassing. He is belling in the middle of his head. So Gucci in her confessional, she says regarding her and Selena, we're not best friends. We just existing for the bettering of the kids. She was like, baby steps. We gonna do it in baby steps. So JJ speaks to his girls and he did not speak to Selena. So the girls took their mama outside to talk about it. And they was like, did he speak to you? She's like, no, but I know he saw me in all this pink. And I was like, in that big old booty. He saw that booty. Yeah, that's why you wore that dress, so he could see your booty. So one of the youngest one, I think, the one that just really like, she ain't with it. She don't play. She was like, yeah, I was turned around and he was right there and I spoke and he said hi and it was weird. And So in walks child, my homeboy Courtney. What's up, Courtney? And here comes Stormy. She all happy for Latrice and celebrating everything. Got her shades on. Her wig was not cute, but here we are. Then here come Nell. Nell, what are you doing? And where is Chris? She was not with Chris. She was by herself. She hugged. We saw her for one split second. And then, child, here come Akeisha and Willie showing up 3 hours late. Actually, the grand opening, it was over. They came just in time to walk across the street to go to Taste's grand opening. So they go over there. Everybody's in there celebrating. They dancing. Did you see JJ doing his little strut, his little stuff? I said, you better work it, James. What's his name? James Elwood Williams Jr. No, so Gucci did not put his name on blast. Oh, back that up. So she told the daughter that she don't care nothing about what JJ doing or how he feeling and blah, 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 blah. All she care about is that he has a relationship with his daughters. And I understand, right? Right. So Glenn makes his grand entrance, honey. Child, and him and Willie, it just went left so bad. It just went left so bad. So everybody's sitting down. He comes in because he has to make the grand entrance. So he went to change clothes, right? And he talking about he gonna change a few more times because it's his birthday. So he goes over to where all the peoples are. And so Willie put his hand out to shake. And Glendale kind of swipes his hand away. And then I had to rewind it because he did it to So Gucci too. And So Gucci looking like, excuse you? But then he backtracked with So Gucci and gave her, shook her hand or whatever. But he never backtracked with Willie. Willie gonna say, all right, with your $5 shirt on. I said, oh gosh. You don't want to get in no capping session with Willie. He know how to throw it. He know how to cap. He know how to come at you. These dudes was not ready. So Akeisha looking like WFT, like what is going on here? Like, why is y'all acting up? So Glenn tells Cliff that he's in competition with you. You got the hot wife and he got Akeisha. What? What? In competition? They are already successful. He's a retired, successful NFL player. How is Willie competing with Cliff? Cliff is new money. I mean, like today money. Willie is like, 20 years ago money. So Willie asks Cliff, what are y'all over there mumbling about? And Cliff says, We trying to figure out who did your hair. And he just so petty to be so. How old is Cliff? So he said the person that did mine did it right. He the best in the city. Well, who is that? Who's y'all barbers? And like, why are we doing this? You know? So Akeisha says it's some fakery going on. And I'm like, ooh, y'all about to get Akeisha riled up, honey. And I guess she wasn't supposed to come to her husband's defense, but it's two of y'all on one. Don't get it twisted. It's two of y'all on one. So what you think she's supposed to do? He didn't need her because, honey, Willie can hold his own, capping and probably fighting. But Akeisha is going like, she's not going to let you disrespect her man. She going to stand 10 toes down for her man. You know, this her state, this her city. You know, and they just choose not to like him. So Glendale tells Willie that, oh, well, you know, you matching finally, because you know you don't be matching, but you matching today. So Willie tells Glendale that he looks like a broke magician with that shirt on. And I was like, oh my god, not the broke magician. So Cliff gonna say Willie likes to poke, but he can't handle it when they poke at him. He said that in his confessional. So Willie calls them dumb and dumber. Child, I was like, Willie, stop. And it's like at some point, Cliff, you know this is your place. You know you can ask him to leave. Like, why are you allowing this man? You know, you like to poke at him too, but he just called you dumb and dumber. It's like, it's time for you to go, bro, because this ain't even funny. Like, you need to leave because this is about to go take a bad turn because it's already going that way. And now you're calling me dumb. You can't sit up in my establishment and call me dumb. You can't sit in my establishment and call me nothing besides my name. So since you didn't forgot where you was at, you need to leave. But instead of that, they go back and forth and back again. And then Glenn calls Willie a B in his confessionals. I was like, oh no, boo, boo, boo. You need to say it to his face. Because, you know, you went over there and you started this mess with your little old swipe away handshake thing you was doing. So Letitia tells them that they sound like they are in third grade having a conversation and fighting just like her son. Because, you know, Josh is in the third grade. So Cliff stands up and says, I don't like Willie. And he was like, I know, yeah, you say what you got to say, what you got to say. It's like you a little fish in a pond. He said, I'm a little fish. Cliff gonna say, in a pond. The way I hollered, Cliff is so funny. He was like, I'm a little fish. He said, in a pond. Like, don't get it twisted. And so here go Akeisha. She said, and you know what? And we don't give a F. I was like, Akeisha. She's mad. Willie, he says he's here for the taste. Where's the taste? I'm here for the taste. And so Cliff was like, you know, your wife is nice. And it's like Willie should have said, you know what? They either should have started fighting right then or they should have got up and left because this is man to man. Me and you going back and forth. Now you talking about you bringing my wife into this. Even though you said she's nice, you still being conniving. You still trying to be a little slick. You know what I'm saying? And you need to get slapped. But since this is your party, your event, your establishment, I think I'll leave because things about to get ugly because you bringing my wife into it. So Willie says you can, oh my God, I cannot believe. He said you can these bells, but he was talking about, you know, downstairs, the two round things. That you can these bells. It was like, oh no, Willie, no. Here go Cliff. Ding dong. What? Was that the notification bell, Cliff? He talking about ding dong. Oh my goodness. And so I ain't nobody's bells. And so Willie gonna say, well, stop riding them. I said, "Oh man, he is just bang, bang, bang." Willie just won't stop. He just can't stop. He got this down pat. Capping is his thing. And he was like, so Willie gonna say, "Well, I'm gonna charge y'all rent the way y'all sit on my pecans, almonds, pistachios, cashews." You know what I'm saying? Cliff says, "You don't have any pistachios, almonds, peanuts, cashews." You know, Cliff think he a BIT. Cliff stands up. Willie stands up and say, "This beep ain't got beep either." So he talking about Glenn. So he pretty much said, "Yo, BIT ain't got no almonds, cashews, peanuts, pistachios either." Oh, fighting words. So Glenn stands up, talking back, talking smack. And it's like, you know, he's talking about this down south, boy. This down south. This ain't Jersey. You don't tell another man to ride your bells. And so Willie said, F you too. And it's a lot of F you, a F you, a B, F you. Oh my goodness. Letitia's up hollering, calling Willie a BITCH. I'm like, what? Oh no. Oh no. Glenn tells her to chill because she about to get them all beat up. Now production has to step in, and child, half production is gay. You got all these gay boys trying to stop these heterosexuals from fighting. And I'm not saying that gay boys ain't strong, but you know that's not their thing. They're not trying to break up fights. They don't want to hurt their manicure, you know. So they step in. They trying to break them all up. Child, Willie done took his blazer off. He ready to just chunk them. Okay. Glenn is standing on the couch. No, you're not standing on my brand new couch. Boy, get off my furniture. Everyone is coming over there. I just saw Auntie Ruth over there. I just seen cousin Glenda come over there. Child, Uncle Harold is over there. Baby, I even saw JJ leaving and going around and coming back in the building. Like, where are you going? And so, child, Glenn beelines towards Willie. But baby, they dragged him off. Two dudes dragged him off, honey. They pulled Willie towards the door. Akeisha walks out. She's walking out talking about FUBITCH, talking to Letitia. I tried to be nice to her, and this and that, and fucking that, I didn't buy my husband, you that. Oh, she is, honey, she do not play. She is mad, honey. So Gucci is like, you know, so Gucci go out there to make sure Akeisha calm down. You cool, want me to take you home? What's up? You know, they probably like, no, we drove, you know. So her and JJ, I guess they called their driver, you know, the 1949 Chrysler. They drive off. They made sure Akeisha was good. They leave. They all leave separately. Child, Letitia mad at Akeisha now. But baby, you jumped in it and kind of made it worse. So Latrice is crying because this is her event. This is not what she wanted. She been up for 2 days, probably ain't had no sleep. And y'all sitting here doing this, and her this was not what she planned. So Letitia makes sure she's good. She's like, come on, let's have a conversation. They talk. We don't really know what they said. We just know production had the camera on Latrice, and she was crying. She was upset. She was hurt and disappointed. So over at Akeisha and Willie's house, I don't know how much later this was because it was nowhere near right after the confrontation, the brawl, the almost brawl. Because child, now Akeisha got some black and blonde braids that's up in the bun, and they've been in for a minute. And Willie's hair ain't fresh to death clean no more. It's all pulled back in the ponytail. I'm like, how many weeks has passed, honey? So Akeisha says she is done with them bells, all of them. She's done. Letitia goes over to Latrice's house, and you know, she's hurt that the colognes ruined her event. And so, it just seems like it's just some competition and some jealousy coming from them. And it's like, what? They got their own stuff. Why are they jealous of you? They happy. Well, I don't know. That coming late probably was a little on purpose because they showed it. I don't know. Just the way they did walk up to the grand opening was kind of like, you better be happy we here. I don't know, y'all. So Akeisha don't want nothing to do with any of them. Tamara thinks Letitia and Akeisha should have worked on their relationship more before they tried to bring the whole collective together. Uh, and I'm like, well, what does that have to do with Cliff, Glenn, and Willie's friendship or lack thereof? What would Letitia and Akeisha do for them to make them get along better? Nothing. Huh? Because Cliff is Latrice's husband. He's the one with the problem. The whole issue is they don't like Willie because Willie was talking crap about Glenn's rap career. And it wasn't like he was trying to do it wasn't like he was trying to become a rapper. He just wrote a song for Letitia. And so Willie just was like, he ain't, so they've been mad ever since then. Selena feels like if her and Shantae can talk their differences out, then these girls can too. Uh-huh. Latrice says Akeisha is unalived to her. She's cool. She'd rather hug Marie to deal with Akeisha. And so they feel like Akeisha is the bad apple in the collective of Belle's. And Letitia says she gotta go. And that was the end of season 5. That was the wrap up. We got the reunion. They said it's coming on next week. What is that? 2 days after Christmas or whatever. Okay. Well, besties, you let me know what your thoughts were with Belle Collective. I think this season was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was decent. I'm glad the internet girl didn't grace our TVs too many times because really didn't need that. Yeah, we'll see what happens next season. I think they did. Yeah, they were renewed for a new season, so we will have a season 6, besties. That was that on that. I'll be back with another review. Bye, besties.